I see a red light, so it is recording.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but okay, let's start. Hello, Uri. This is Jordi Tárrega from Barcelona and
Hello.
Yolanda Sabater from Canterbury, both writing for Stairway to Rock in Spain. First of all, let me say hello to Yolanda.
Hello,
Hello,
Yolanda.
everybody. How are you?
Hello.
And okay, Uri. It's Uri or Yuri?
Uri.
Uri. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Like in Catalan. Okay, first of
Yeah, a little
all,
bit. Yeah.
thank you for your time and congratulations for your new album,
Thank you
Genotype.
so much.
Texture fans have got the opportunity to watch the videos of At the Edge of Winter, Closer to a No. So, are you happy with press and fan opinions in YouTube, or do you prefer to not read uh, comments in YouTube?
Sometimes I prefer not to read, but I know from previous albums and, being a musician in general that there's always going to be people that love it and people that either need getting used to new music or have a really strong opinion about what it should have been. Uh, but I mean, so far the response is really good, and honestly, I think what's most important is that we are proud of it.
One of the songs that we need to talk about for sure is At the Age of Winter, and Charlotte Bessels is singing this song.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we actually wanted to do a few more collaborations on the album, but it was a bit difficult to get everything together in time. But we definitely knew we wanted like a female vocalist on At the Edge of Winter. And we thought it would be really cool to just work with somebody, from Holland, from the, same peer group. So it was actually a really cool and easy collaboration. We sent Charlotte uh, like a demo, and like within 2 weeks or something, she had like almost all the vocal lines like perfectly recorded, and yeah, and then it was almost done.
She's appears in the video clip. In the video,
Yeah.
excellent collaboration. I have to say it's my favorite song. I don't know,
Cool.
it's not easy listening, but it's show, show it to my girlfriend, and she said, "Wow, this band is amazing." I think it's maybe the perfect song for introduce the music of textures.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, uh yeah, I think so. I mean, for us it's also something quite new to do. Um it's I mean, it is a not the most technical song, but a little bit, and I don't know, in spirit of actually a lot of texture song, the basis for it, like the idea for the song was written like in 5 minutes or something. Like it was just one basic idea, and we just kind of explored that until the song was finished.
It's a little bit risky to incorporate female vocals in a band that does not has female vocals in the regular lineup.
Yeah, it is. But on the other hand, we're I mean, we've released a few albums before. We already have some fans. They like that music. But when coming back, we thought it was also important to see if we can, expand our audience. And I mean, artistically, we're just doing what we want to do. And in this case, I don't know. I I can imagine some old school Texas fans are like, why would they do a collaboration like this? But on the other hand, a lot of Charlotte's fans are like, oh wow, this is Textures. We didn't know them before, and we love the song. You obviously do too. So it's just a way of getting your music out there, and uh, there's enough like more old school textures ideas on genotype, and you know I think there's something for everyone there.
Uh, time to talk about the song Vanishing Twin, because I have read that the band has a really interesting story behind the song, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, it's actually Steph, our drummer, he has people in his inner circle that actually have this specific syndrome where uh, where you are either like in the womb you were a twin, and either one absorbs the other or the other one dies like before childbirth or something like that, and it brings some can bring some emotional challenges with it. And he was inspired by that to write these lyrics about it. So yeah, that's the short story behind it.
Sorry, because I didn't read that, but it's like spirits or
No, not spirit,
Mhm.
but
no.
I mean the thought. I mean, let's say you've grown up in the womb for 9 months with somebody else,
Ah,
and
okay.
that person leaves you, or maybe it's a bit shorter than 9 months. You know, you still can feel this presence,
Hmm.
or feel guilt for,
Yeah,
that you were
for
the one
no
that lived.
reason.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, this manifests quite differently, but it is a common phenomenon. Yeah.
No, it's interesting because I didn't know the story of that lyric, but I heard that story from other people many times. I mean, not many,
Okay.
but two or three,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, vanishing twin syndrome, it's called. So
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
It's interesting because, well, for a rock band, well, Brock, you got many tags in your music, but the main topics of your lyrics, I suppose that when the band started and nowadays have changed a lot, or more or less, you got the same topics in your lyrics.
No, I think we have changed quite a bit. Um, I mean, I haven't always been in the band. So before I joined the band, there was also a different vocalist. I mean, I know the lyrics, but I never asked him personally what they were about. But I know a lot of our lyrics are about scientific or political concepts. But honestly, since we've been apart for quite a while, we all have had some growing up. We've been growing up a bit more, and some of us started families, some of us, you know, had personal troubles. So actually, the lyrics on Genotype are a lot more about introspect and looking at yourself and struggles of being a human being. And I think some of the lyrics in past albums have also been about this, but it is the main focus lyrically of Genotype. Uh, Personal growth, you're fighting your inner demons, things like that.
Um, Talking more in deep about some of the songs of the album, we didn't agree yet, but I think I'm gonna do the review of the album because I really enjoy. One of the favorite songs in the album of Jordi is "Walls of the Soul." For
Okay.
me, one one that I really enjoy is "Measuring the Heavens."
Hmm.
This is really good also, but let's talk about "Walls of the Soul." I think I agree with him is the heaviest song of the album.
The longest
Cool.
At the
one.
end,
Yeah. Um, yeah, this is again a very personal song uh, about having a difficult youth, um, and maybe your parents not always being there. This is actually our singer Daniel wrote this, the first part of these lyrics. They're actually from the original Genotype demos. Um, but yeah, also about you know, when you grow up and you figure out how you've become as a person and you struggle with your flaws, that sometimes you need to look at where you came from, and that some things are rooted, you know, even before you were born. or when you're really young, and these are things you carry with you and you struggle with, and it's not always your fault, but it is something you have to deal with. So again, this song is about a form of personal growth and acceptance.
Okay, let's talk about tags because I know the most of the musicians hate the tags, but it, tags are something that we need. The journalists we need
Uh-huh.
to try to explain to the people how a band sounds. It's not easy to tag textures, but
Uh,
maybe metalcore prog band could be closer.
yeah, honestly, I always say progressive metal. I try to keep it simple because any other thing is just, you can say all the songs of Textures are metal and have a progressive nature. We're
Yeah, but
always,
it's true, not too many bands of progressive includes growls. So,
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, metalcore could be, I don't know, I never viewed us as a metalcore band. I always think of Killswitch Engage, and or something like that, Trivium, or I don't know.
But
But I mean, you can use many more tags. You could specify it per album, but I honestly don't think that helps a lot. So, but if you like, I mean, we can come up with a few. I don't know if that's what you're looking for.
yeah, no, sometimes you need some words to describe as we are like writers
Yeah,
to
yeah.
for the rest of the people, comparing with some styles. I don't know if Jordi that does this a lot, but I try to do it. Mm.
Yeah, I mean,
but
you can. It's also a bit math metal. Uh, and yeah, I think it's probably also a bit metalcore. Um, yeah. Um, Also a bit fusion. I mean, there's a little bit of jazz stuff going on. Uh,
and maybe I
yeah.
think that nowadays there are a lot of bands. I think you are more closer to Between the Buried and Me and Tesseract, for
Hmm.
example, than The Pineapple Thief, Big Big Train, and this kind of. So it's I think maybe the future of the prog and the metal. It's closer to textures Between the Buried and Me and Tesseract. It's just my opinion.
Maybe. Yeah. Um, Maybe I think most importantly, it's about, not getting stuck in a specific time frame. So I think it's quite noticeable with our new album that it is, you know, another step in a certain direction. I would love to think forward, uh, but you keep evolving, So yeah, I understand what you mean. I always envy bands that manage to make like 10 albums that sound similar.
Mm. Regarding this, I have a question about you left Nuclear Blast and now
Yes.
you join Keyscope.
Yeah.
So that means you want to embrace more the progressive style. Why this change?
Um, no, it's more business oriented than that.
Ah, okay.
The
Oh,
It's quite simple. When we joined Nuclear Blast, it was a really big honor for us. But actually, when we were there, we noticed we were one of the smaller bands, and we got the attention we got from the label was also smaller. So they worked really hard. I mean, I I, I don't want to say anything bad about them, but they worked really hard for the bands that brought in a lot of money, and we weren't really one of those bands, so they worked less hard for us. Um, Obviously, I mean, it makes sense. And when we started uh, back again, because actually our deal we had with them was for 5 albums, and we only released two. So officially, we still had a deal with them, but they gave us the choice, or they said, "We'll, if you want, we'll let you go, and you can find something else." Uh, yeah, I think they would rather invest in bigger bands. So they kind of let us go, but for us, we were also happy about this choice because we felt there were labels out there that might have been able to do more for us. And now in Kscope, I mean, there's still some bigger artists there, but we kind of, are,
Balance.
yeah, more balanced, and we notice they have, a bit more attention for us, which is nice.
Hopefully it's gonna work.
Yeah, yeah, I hope so.
But
I mean, yeah, we all got all these interviews set up, so that's nice.
why the band split up in 2018?
Um, Many reasons, but practically, I would say three. Um, First one is half the band just got their second child back then. So, I mean, some people in the band were really trying to focus more on their family, um, which is difficult, going away for long periods of time. And secondly, I think this kind of from one comes the other, but we noticed we were kind of stuck at a level where we either had to, accept that this is it, or we put more energy into it. And then the people in the band that felt they already put everything they can, they said, well, that's not going to work. So, we really noticed at some point that, I don't know, the label's demanding an album every 2 years or something, they think 4 years it's too much. And or the manager says, well, we really need to do another tour this year, or you know, s- and you kind of notice the attention for your band from the fans is kind of, getting smaller. So if you do more, put yourself out there more, you have higher chances of success, but not everybody felt that that was doable. Um, and I don't know, I think also some members in the band kind of felt that we had said a lot of things musically, artistically, and maybe for now it was we had said enough. Kind of stop at your top, I guess.
Now
Uh,
the children have grown.
yes, yes, exactly. Yeah. So now there's a bit more room, and everybody felt like, okay, we had a long break. It was never intended as a break. It was intended as indefinitive, but yeah, when we got together, we noticed that everybody was kind of enthusiastic about it, and some of us even had some ideas already lying around. Um, so yeah, that's kind of how it went.
Okay, Textures have played several times in Spain. How do you remember that shows in Spain?
Uh, the food is always great. No, yeah,
That's the standard answer.
yeah, no, but the fans I think Spanish people are, uh, in like always a bit more passionate about things, like in general. Also passionate personalities, and this is what you always notice. Fans are really, really thankful, passionate, and also kind of crazy, in a good way. Shows always, you know, if you go to a show in Holland, people, even if they like it, they will just stand with their arms crossed, and they'll like nod along. But in Spain, it's a lot more wild. So, uh, yeah, I remember a really cool show at Prog, my friend, and also, yeah, we played in Barcelona quite a few times. Don't remember all the venue names, but
Yeah,
uh,
have you played in Big Rock?
yeah, yeah,
I think I was
at
there, but
least once, at least once,
yes, but
Sorry?
uh,
at least once.
mhm.
2016, I think, with Agent Fresco. Arch Enemy, maybe. I
I
don't know.
I was there with Agent
Okay,
Fresco. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah, I remember. I think it was the first time that was 2 day festivals.
Yeah, yeah,
I was there, so.
awesome.
But you play in Rock Imperium
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
2024.
of course, yeah, yeah. Cool.
Yolanda and I were there, but we couldn't attend to the
Oh, sad.
concert. Well, but hopefully you're going to tour. So no.
Yeah,
Yeah, again.
yeah, yeah. We'll come to. Oh, I don't have the tour schedule in my
Is
head,
confirmed
but
the tour?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, with Ginger, yeah, we're coming to
Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, true.
uh, Bilbao, I think, and Madrid, if I'm not
So,
mistaken.
Barcelona?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh,
Oh.
Okay, okay. But I remember that you got a really special connection with India. You
yes.
played, yeah, a lot of times in India. It's
Yeah.
something crazy.
Yeah, I think as the story goes, some fan made a Facebook event or something for us that we would play there, but we were never booked or anything. But there were so many people attending that our manager and booker got in touch with the Indian booker and they actually made it happen. And this was with a Monomarth. And I think there
It's
were like 8 or 9,000 people.
Facebook is still working in India.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but this was 2008 or 9,
Ah,
I think.
okay. Ah, okay. I
But
thought
this
that
is
you.
kind of how it started. And back then, there weren't a lot of metal bands coming to India. And I think for a long time, there was a law against artists from abroad coming to India. So I've heard, I'm not sure, but I know that when we came there, it was really at the like starting. Like I think 10 years before that, not a lot of bands came to India, and especially not metal bands. And actually, since then, we've been to India almost 10 times. Could be 8 or 9. I don't know, but yeah, it's always really good to be back there.
Okay, finishing because we got 5 minutes. We got three typical questions in the Stairway to Rock, but Yolanda and I work in Popular One, the most important rock magazine in Spain, and we are making something special. I need to ask you this question: uh, which is the most perturbated or extreme film that you have ever seen? That film that when you watch when you were a child, you couldn't sleep again.
Yeah, or disgusting, horror.
Whew. I think ooh, it must be Salo,
Oh,
Yeah,
156 Days of Sodomy.
this
Yeah,
one
that
is in
was
the
terrible.
top.
it's disgusting. I have to say that I had to.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think I
I,
finished it.
I forced my boyfriend to see that, and he told me, "Why you do me that?"
Pasolini.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
yeah, and
uh,
yeah, and Incendies, I think it's called. I think it's a French title, but yeah.
I don't know that.
Ah, okay. Well, then I'll stick with that one.
okay, finishing. Which is the first album you bought with your own money?
Ooh, Iowa, Slipknot. Yeah,
Okay. Sorry.
No, if there's how important was for you this album?
super important. Still it's still in my top 10. Like I'd never heard anything this loud, and yeah, still really, really love that album. Whenever I listen to it, it takes me like, you know, back to when I was like 14 years old. Uh, so yeah, super important.
Okay, before the second classical question, sorry, but I need to mention that your poster of The Name of the Wind is my fucking favorite book also. I read it
Nice.
when I was teenager, but I think I need to remember also.
Yeah,
You
so short story, my other project I had when Texas quit is called Elodin.
really?
Yeah, Elodin. You can look it up on Spotify. It's electronic music, but also really cool, I think. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, so after that, second classical question. Do you remember the first time that you cried in a concert and with which band and song?
Yes. Uh how am I, uh yeah. It was Hellfest, but we played there, I think I forgot how old I am, 36. So I think it was 2000. No, that's not possible. When I was 30, so
If you
how old
remember
am
the
I?
band, we can look the year more or
Oh yeah,
less.
no,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I was 8 years ago. I think. And it was Hellwegen by Verdruna. Yeah, and I heard it and I'd never heard anything like it. And it was like 10,000 year old music was pumped straight into my heart. And I just had to cry. And the funny thing
Yeah.
is, the second time I cried was when I heard Calandra last summer. No, last we played with Calandra in the UK. And I heard Calandra play the same song and I cried again. Hellwegen.
Yeah, they are really special. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Okay, final one. Imagine that you got a lot of money, you can imagine, but to pay only for to invest in only one show. Which tricks would you love to do with textures and bring on stage? Fire, lasers, what you want?
I don't really understand what.
Oh yeah. Imagine that you got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Somebody is this is $3 million, but only for a show, for production.
Ah, okay. I would really like. Do you know Isam by Amon Tobin? Well, anyway, he's a artist, but I would love to do like a 3D mapping thing where you have like this big um yes, stage built with all kinds of cubes and stuff, and everything is projecting on there. I
Oh,
think that would be great. Isam
yeah,
by
that
Amon Tobin.
would
It's
be.
amazing. I've watched it many, many times.
Hopefully you win the lottery.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, yeah. And I also want to mention one more thing because
Yeah,
one of the other movies that shocked me the most is Koyaanisqatsi. I don't know if you know this.
No.
which is the
Koyaanisqatsi.
director? I don't know.
Well, I don't know, with music from Philip Glass, but like musically, it's one of the most inspiring films for me, and textures, by the way. So a lot of inspiration from that film. So yeah, special note.
Thank you. But
Yeah.
finally,
Eh,
la-
saludo. I go. Just if you can record like 10 seconds short saying, "Hi all, I am Uri from the band Textures. Please check my interview for Stairway to Rock."
Yeah. Hola, me llamo Uri from Textures. Please check my interview from Stairway to Rock.
Super. Thank you very
perfect
much.
and on time. So it's
Yes. All
Yes,
right.
we
Have a
will
great
tag you
evening.
on
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah, I'm off to the next interview, but was really nice talking to you, and hopefully I'll see you at the show.
Same. Good
Okay.
night.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye. Adios. Eh, hoe ga ik hier naar uit?
Yolanda, te llamo.